for 3 years now, but it takes time, but that's the goal. So this is the specific schedule. So again, we're going to break it into sessions. Each session is about an hour and a half long. And the sessions are hopefully like short on me talking and more on you discussing and doing activities. But I need to talk just enough to give you the terms and concepts and theory, and then you work and discuss. Yeah? Okay. So we're done with this one. Good. Okay. So now we're going to move into this. Before we move on, let me just give a quick kind of why is it laid out like this. The first 2 days are really sort of big picture. So we're looking at from like 30,000 feet. I was surprised you guys think of feet instead of meters. Is that right? Do you use acres instead of hectares? Yeah? Or do you use meters? I don't know. I may be in academia and use meters. Do you measure things in feet or meters? Yeah? Well, this is easy for me. I'm from the U.S. We think in feet too. I'll talk feet with you. So from 30,000 feet, when you're in an airplane, you look down, you see all of Yangon. Yeah? So that's what we're going to do the first 2 days. We're going to be up to 30,000 feet. And then we come down to maybe like 10,000 feet for the third, fourth, and fifth day. We talk about specific fluxes. If flux doesn't mean anything to you, by the end it will. What's a flux? Yeah, we'll talk about that. Precipitation, and then surface flows, evaporation, and then finally changes in storage. And then the last day will be an application of these things. Okay? Looking at the fillet surface. And then we're going to have some evaluation of both. We will evaluate you in terms of your participation, and then you will evaluate us in terms of our facilitation. Yeah? Okay. So that's the plan. These were the outcomes. We talked about these already. So I'm going to skip this, but these are the key things: defining, identifying, explaining, and applying. So whenever we make, as teachers, when we make objectives or outcomes, we use these verbs. So these actual, very clear, specific things. This is what we hope for you to do. Define, identify, explain, and apply. Okay? Now, everything that we go through, including this presentation, is on this Google Drive. So you have it now. Now, who has a computer? Who has a computer? Can you raise your hand if you have a computer? Let me first the question. Who does not have a computer with them? Okay, it's okay? It's okay. So 2 people here. Who does not have a computer? Everybody has one here? Yeah? Okay, yeah, so 3. And 4. Anybody else? Maybe you both have computers. Yeah? Maybe you share. So like maybe you move to the middle and then not right now. Oh, yeah. We don't need to do it now, but we'll be using some computers, so maybe we can share. Yeah, and back there you can share. Okay? If you have one to bring it tomorrow though, okay? So I do have a rule though. Well, I don't know if it's a rule. I can't make you do anything. But when we have this type of discussion, I really like to do old-fashioned discussion. You know how you do old-fashioned discussion? This is new discussion. This is new discussion. Okay, this is new discussion. No new discussion. This is bad. Yeah, old discussions like this. This. We have old discussion, okay? So what that means is for the computers, if you have the computer, maybe when we discuss, maybe we close the computers just to make sure we have old-fashioned discussions. Okay? It's okay? So maybe do you guys mind? Again, I can't tell you what to do, but if it's okay, can you guys close the computer so we can have old-fashioned discussions? Okay? I'm wondering if these people. Do you see what I'm saying? Is it okay if we? Okay. So yeah. So mostly, I think the front 2 rows are 100% passive so far. So still some problem with the back. After this, I want you to take a minute and put this link into a web browser, and all the information will come up, and we'll go through. I'll show you on my computer in a second how it's organized. And then Kahoot. I mentioned Kahoot. What is Kahoot? Has anybody ever heard of Kahoot? I'll pause this. You've heard of it? Yeah? So the academic people. Yeah. You've used it in class? Yeah? Okay, good. Do you like it? Yeah? Okay. Has anybody from the departments or ministries heard of Kahoot? Maybe not. Okay. It's okay. It's just a game. We're going to be using a game to review the material. Yeah? And it's free, so you should use it with your staff trainings maybe in your department. You can use this. And you're going to go to Kahoot, Kahoot.it. And this is going to be new fashion. We have to use our phones or our computers. So does everybody that doesn't have a computer, you have a smartphone? I think you guys have smartphones? Yeah? So if you don't have a computer, you can use your smartphone for Kahoot. Okay? Okay. And then we just put in this game code to get started. Okay? And we talked about this already. So we're going to have a safe environment, lots of questions. Always be asking yourself why. Why are we talking about this? And if I don't have an answer, I have to take you to dinner. Yeah? So if you ask me why and I don't know, then I owe you food. Yeah? Maybe a kilo of rice or something. I'll bring it the next day. Okay? If you ask a question and I don't know why, I have to give you rice. Okay. Is it a deal? Okay? Everybody's confused, like what is he talking about? Yeah? Okay. So be active in this learning, okay? So this is your lovely country, Myanmar. I'm learning a lot about it, but I want to learn more with you, so I look forward to that. We did introductions already, so we did our name, affiliation, and interest. I heard lots of interesting interests from people, maybe teaching interests, research interests, management interests, GIS interests, looking at how crops use water, maybe with sensing, so we'll talk about all that. Maybe little bits to start with. We did a group photo, and now it's time for me showing you Google Drive, and then we play our first Kahoot. And then Mr. Puspa is going to, Dr. Puspa is going to share with us, okay? Okay, so does anybody, at the end of any time I say anything, then you have to stop and ask questions. And at the end, I will ask you, does anybody have any questions about this? So is this clear? Did I speed up? I get excited and I start speaking faster. So is my language still clear, or do we need translations? Okay? Okay?
Good.
Okay, if I get excited, you say just slow down. Yeah. I know Twame. Twame means like, let's go, right? So I'll say Twame, and then you say, no. What is the opposite of Twame? How do you say like stop? In Myanmar, how do you say stop?
Pidi. Slow, pidi. Slow.
I can't say that.
Slow, pidi. Pidi. No, quick.
I'll learn that by the end of the week. So you tell me 50, okay? Okay. So let me go to Google Drive. So I think hopefully this will still work. Okay. So I'm going to get a web browser open. Okay, and then I'm going to make this bigger again. So, that. Okay, I'm going to go back to PowerPoint, and I'm going to get this link. Remember this link here? So this is, you can type it in, but I'm just saving time. I'm going to take that link, and I'm going to put it in my web browser, like that. And then, what's going to come up is, let me zoom in here. Okay. So this is our 2 folders for the training. Not just for this training, for all the trainings. Okay. So this is going to have the training materials, and this has some instructions. If you've never used Google Drive, there's some instructions for you here. And then this contains maybe information specifically about Blake that will be added over time. Okay? So what's really nice here is, do you all have Google Gmail? Does everybody use Gmail? Yeah? Okay. Because what you can do with Gmail, I want to show you a few things. See this button over here? You can make it look like that. And it maybe it's like these icons. It's kind of hard to find things though, so what I'd recommend is you press this one. It makes it like a list. It's kind of more condensed, okay? And the other thing you can do is you can come over over here. What's going to happen is it's going to come up in this shared with me folder. Well, I don't know how to show you guys this. Yeah, okay. So if you like right click on the folder when it opens up, there's going to be a option in here that says add to my drive. Add to my drive. If you click add to my drive, then this folder permanently is added to your Google Drive. And then you don't have to know the link anymore. The link, forget. Now all this data is on your drive. Okay? So the first thing you need to do after you click the link, right, is if you right click, right, on the folder and then say add to my drive. Okay? So then it's on your drive. And we'll do this at a break. I can help if anybody has questions, right? But once it's added to your drive, I want to show you, it'll actually say Myanmar water accounting, is the folder that I shared with you. Okay, so then inside of water accounting training, can you see from the back? It's too small, right? Should I make it bigger? Okay, let me make it bigger. There we go, is that better? So this is the training we're doing the next 5 days, this one. Okay? Inside of each training folder, there's always 3 folders: exercises, presentations, and references. Okay? References are academic publications that are the theoretical foundation of what we're talking about. Okay? On a slide where I refer to publication, I put the reference in the slide. And if you want to read the actual paper, which is good, please read the papers. Then you come in here to references. You find the paper and you read it, okay? So I'm going to go inside references and just show you an example. Okay, Wim Bastiansen, right? In 2015, so last name of the author, the year, and then the topic of the paper. So Wim Bastiansen, our colleague from the Netherlands, is the expert for Water Accounting Plus. So this is a paper about Water Accounting Plus. If you're interested in Water Accounting Plus, then take an hour or 2 to read this paper, and you will be an expert. Okay? And so there's other papers in here. Okay, so I'm going to skip back to where am I here? Yeah. Okay. So then presentations. Okay. For those of you that can read this, what is this here? So these first ones, what is that? That's the course number, right? So the 301, 302, that's this class. We took 301 and 302, put it together. Why 3? Does anybody know why it's 301? I don't know how you would know this. We wanted 3 types of trainings. One for political people, right? That's the 100 level course. 101, 102, not for you. You guys are technical people, right? That's for political people to say, this is why water accounting is important. That's the 100 level, right? The 200 level is for like your bosses, right? So for the people that are trying to manage water accounting but not actually do it, that's the 200 level. You guys are the 300 level, that people actually doing the water accounting, right? So this is the most detailed thing. And then this number back here, what is this represent? So when I ask a question, it's really awesome if you guys answer, like with your words. And then I get excited that participation. So what do you guys think this S means? What is this? SO1, SO2. Session, yes. Okay. And then we organize them. In one session, there's multiple presentations at A, B, C. So it's pretty organized. I've been accused of being too organized sometimes. Say, oh, you're too structured. Okay, so we just finished SO1, and then the presentation that Usman's going to give is SO2. Yeah? And so they're ordered like this because I have the name filtered so that it puts me in the perfect order, right? So I just go this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay? All right. Does anybody have questions about references or presentations? Is it clear? Okay? Okay. Okay, so in the break, it would be great to try this. I want you to follow that link, click the link, and you add to your drive. Okay? You have to be signed in with your Google account. So whichever Google account you have to sign in. Okay? So now it's time for our first Kahoot. Can we do a Kahoot? Yeah? Okay. So please get your probably for now you get a smartphone out. But if you have your computer, you can do this on a computer also. Okay. So get your smartphone ready. So we're going to go to this one. Okay. Now this Kahoot is meant to be sort of, it's not very serious, okay? Just kind of an example. So we're going to do opening session. We're going to play this. Okay, so what you need to do, again, is you need to go to kahoot.it. So get your internet open on your phone. So you have a smartphone? And get your phone out? Yeah? So everybody get your phone or computer. So phones or computers out. And then put in this here. KAHOOT.it. Okay, so this one right here. And then press go. Okay, so we have our first participant, Chetsu. Okay, who's that? Yes, number one. All right. And then, HSL. So what it's going to ask you for is a name. So then you type the name in, and then your name will pop up here. So we want 31 people's names here before we go. Okay? If you have any questions, ask your neighbor. I think we have some experts here. Academic. Okay, so game pin. So in game pin, put this number. So if it says game pin, you put 294478. Yeah. Okay, so we have about 10 people. 12. Okay, does anybody need help? Can we help anybody? you guys can help maybe if people have questions. You guys, wonderful. And, yeah, good. Good. No, it's good. You're in. So now we're waiting. Now we wait to start. Yeah. So you help your neighbors. Good. Okay. Yes. You play together, or you play together? Oh. Yeah, but two minds. It's not fair. Yeah. You have an advantage to that. Yeah. Okay. It's good? Okay. You guys good? Okay. You guys are all from DMH, right? You guys all, she's in Delft. Sure. She works in the office together. She looks different. Yeah. Yeah. Good? Very good. Okay, so 7, 21, so we need about 8 more people, 8 or 9 more people. When we get to 25, I'm going to think that's critical mass. We go through it, but I don't want to leave anybody behind. So we have to 21 still. Okay. There we go. Now we almost have 24, 23. Okay. 24. We have 6 more. You guys good? Good? You're working on it? So yours is still not. You want to use mine? No. Oh, it's working. Oh, hold on. Oh, on this. Okay. You guys all use this. Okay, 25. So, sorry for the wait, but next time it'll go fast. Because we know how the first time always takes long. Yeah? So, okay, we got 26 people, so just a few more people. Who is still trying? It's okay if you just, maybe we can help. Is anybody still trying? Hold on. Yeah. You have to tell me when I should go. Okay? I'm going to, you tell me when everybody's ready.
mà rất là rất là trong cái xanh
Now you type in this
nhưng mà biết rồi
Yes, good, okay. Okay, I think we, as soon as this gentleman here is in, then we're gonna move forward. Okay. So, next time it will go much faster. So now we know how to do this. So this is the point of this exercise, more of an exercise, yeah? Okay, so we should have one name pop up, and that is Dom. Sorry, Talk. Talk. It's Talk. Okay, so we start. This is the way it works. There's going to be a question that comes up. Okay, the question is, what is this training about? Now, there's going to be colors here. Oh, it's not on the screen. Hold on. That's not good. No, no. Okay. We need to figure out why that's off. Okay, so that was it was a problem a technical problem, right? Because it was off the screen, right? So what is this training about? Fishing, structural engineering, earthquakes, or water counting, right? So you can you read? It's hard. This is hard. Can you read these?
จะมีเยอะหลายอย่าง Yeah, it's not very clear from here.
It's okay. We'll do the next question. I know that people said time's up. It's a technical problem. It's my problem. Okay. But we all know. We know it's water counting. Okay, I'm going to do the next question. So, how many days is this training? So, you don't say the answer out loud, right? You keep it. Okay, we have 20 answers, so everybody answer before the clock runs out. Okay. So this is actually an infinity symbol. This is infinity. So I also wish this could last forever, but the training will not last forever. It will be over in 5 days. I will go home to my family. I'm sorry. Yeah? Okay. So no infinity, it's 5. Yeah, 5 days. Okay. So who is Vienno? I don't know. Yeah, okay. At the lead with 18. So the quicker you answer, the more points you get. You try to answer quick, okay? So the next question, how many sessions will there be in the training package, right? So don't say the answer. But you might be in the way. Okay, so everybody take a vote. Everybody has to guess. Yes. Okay, so we have a normal distribution here, yeah? But if the right answer is 19, yeah? There's how many sessions per day? How many sessions per day?
19.
No, each day, how many sessions? 4, right? So 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, the last day, we leave early. There's only 3. So 16 and 3 is 19. Okay? So 19. So next one. So new leader. Sorry. We have Tetsu now. Is it you? Yeah. Okay. So the following are expected outcomes from this training. So everybody take a guess. If you don't know, just guess. It's more fun that way. So everybody guess. We have 5 seconds. Take a guess. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. No problem. Okay, there's still people not guessing. So maybe 5 people didn't guess. So, okay, we're trying to define key water accounting concepts, apply the water balance, identify key water accounting data, all of the above. This is trick. So remember, all of these are okay. Yeah. So all of the above means everything is right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the materials from this training will be available on. Okay, everybody has to guess on this one. Before the clock runs out. 10 seconds. Okay, one more guess. One more. Someone's waiting. Yep. Wow. We got 27 votes. It's good. Okay. I don't like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So I don't use those. I only use Google Drive. I'm bored. I'm old-fashioned. Remember, old-fashioned. Okay, so Google Drive. So this is where all the material will be on Google Drive, right? Okay. So it is important to ask questions when you're learning something new. This is another technical problem. Okay, hold on. Internet problem. So this is the trouble with this type of technology. So this is kind of unfortunate, but when I lose internet, we have to start again. But maybe it comes back automatically. No? Yeah. There was only a few questions later or left. Should we move on now that we know how, or do we want to finish this? We want to finish? Okay, so can everybody put the new number in? So we started a new game. Now I have my internet over my phone. Hopefully this will be more reliable. I don't know why I had trouble. But is everybody else having internet problems too, or just me? Yeah. Okay, so where's the technical staff for? So we're having internet problems. So yeah. Is it not working for you guys? Well, if it's not working, we have to move on. Maybe we should give up that last one. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah. Okay. You think is it working for you? I really apologize, but I think we need to move on, and we were all just getting excited, right, about the game. But I think the last person to win was, I don't know who it was. It was someone, I think one of you had the high score. So we'll just celebrate the winners there. But unless we want to play again. It's not working. You think we should just do No. Well, we are getting it.
ဟိုကလေးစက်ကစားကြပါတော့ကစားကြလားဟိုကနားကြလားညည
ငါတို့ပဲကျတော့
ဟုတ်
လာလိုက်တာ
ဟောအဲ့တော့ပြန်ကြလားအဲ့တော့ဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ရှေ့တိုးလေးလားโอเคโอเคသူလိုက်လေးဝတ်ပြီး
Okay.
ဟိုလေးဆိုင်ဟောတော့ပြုတ်တယ်ပြုတ်သွားပြီ only about half of that
I think there's still internet problem.
Yes.
Is it working?
ပြန်မလိုက်ဖြစ်တာဆွဲနေတော့စာတော့
So everyone should get the first 6 questions right. We just did that. So everyone, how many days in the program? 5 days. How many sessions? 19. What are the goals? Do we remember all the goals? No.
No.
But what's the answer?
All of the
All of the above. We don't remember the goals, but we remember the answer. Okay, yeah. So we're waiting for some people, or should we go? Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's frustrating when the technology doesn't work. Yours is working okay. If you write this number down, yeah, then we can go forward, and when yours starts working, you can type it in. So maybe make a note of the number. Yeah. I think when we get to 20, I'm going to go. Right? Just 2 more people. Yours is working? Yeah, there's 20. Okay, if you are not on the game yet, just write this number down, right? And at any time you can join. Okay? So 294478. You just remember that? Okay? Write it down, and I'm gonna go. Is it okay? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start the game. I'm sorry for the people that the internet's not working. What is this training about? Quickly answer. It's not about fishing or earthquakes. Everybody votes. Take the votes. I know it might be hard to see from the back. Okay. I love the study of earthquakes. I think it's very fascinating. It will not be what we talk about here, though. So, yeah. We can talk about plate tectonics at lunchtime, okay? All right. So how many days is this training? I hope some people will vote for infinity again, but maybe it would make me happy. A few more people will vote. Yes, 100%. Yes. I will sleep happy tonight. Okay, how many sessions will there be in the training package? Uh, 3.1415957. What is this number here? 5. Okay. One more vote, couple more votes. Okay. Okay, it's not 5. And it's not 5. That's the number of days, so it's 19. Okay? Alright. The following are expected outcomes now you have to memorize the objectives, not just the answer. So we're trying to define, identify, and apply, right? Okay, good. All right. The materials from this training will be available on I'm going to post everything to Twitter. I'm tweeting right now. No, just kidding. So everybody takes a vote, take a guess. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, okay. Good, we have a new leader. It is important to ask questions when you're learning something new. So these are different answers. Strongly disagree, disagree, agree, or strongly agree. Yeah? So this is definitely not no, yes, absolutely. Okay. Now I know that I'm guessing these answers were just like a mistake. So I'm going to use these four. I'm going to use these four things. This is a range, right? Strongly disagree. It's like what is it? What is yes in Myanmar? It's konde. No. Konde. Yeah. Okay. So okay is like this one. Yeah. Like really, really okay is this one. But this one is boom, right? This is the whole boom, and this is like aye, the whole boom. Okay? So like, yeah, so really don't think so, kind of don't think so, yes think so, and definitely. Okay? So we'll use these ones again. So is this a mistake? Is this a mistake? Yes? Yeah, okay, I hope so. I am interested in water accounting. Be honest. Be honest. So remember the same things. Yeah? So if you are not interested, what would you vote? Okay. So one person can leave. I think it was Tom. If you vote this one, you can go. No. Yeah. Okay. So most everybody either agrees or strongly agrees that they're interested. So that's good. Only one person can leave. That's good. All right. So last question, I think. Nope. A few more questions. I think Kahoot will be a useful learning tool. Yeah. Yeah. Be honest. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So nobody disagrees with this. So one person doesn't like water accounting, but they like Kahoot. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. Okay. But everybody agrees or strongly agrees, right? Now you see, I made everyone the right answer. Everybody gets points for this because I said they're all right. See, they have a check. Yeah. So you can vote whatever you want on these ones. Be honest. Okay. I feel prepared for this training. So this means like you feel like you have the right background to understand the material and to participate. Okay, great. Good. Okay. Lo is the leader here. This is the last question. I am excited to learn something new. I hope to get the green one here. Okay, a few more people vote. Yeah. Okay. Oh. It's not bad. One out of there's always one person in the group, right? We can't have 100%. It's okay. I understand. But that's pretty good. So we're enthusiastic about learning some business. Okay. So now what we have is the results. So here is the gold medal. Goes to who does it go to? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, I lived in Nepal, which is, by the way, my colleague Puspa's home. I lived there for 3 years, and now sorry, I'll do this for, yeah. Okay, so gold medal, and how do you pronounce your name, correct? How do you say Kenzale? Kenzale. Okay, so this is initials. Kenzale. Okay, so Kenzale gets the gold medal, and then KLO. Well, so if you want to win next time, you sit right here. This is the magic table. How do you say your name, right? Kenlebu. Okay, so Da Kenlebu. So the silver medal, and then Kozin. What? Can someone run the statistics on how this is possible? This is very unlikely. It's very unlikely. I'm going to run the checkers, but congratulations, the bronze medal. And how do you pronounce your name properly? Kozin? Zinmama. Zinmama. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. Congratulations. So that's Kahoot. That's how Kahoot works. So at the end of each session, we're going to do a Kahoot review. Okay? So does anybody have any questions about this? Is it good? It works? Yeah? Okay. And maybe you sit at this table. You see how it pays off to sit in the front row. It's always good to sit in the front row. Maybe they won because they could see it best. Maybe that's the thing. Okay. So I think I think we're kind of back to the schedule here. Now there's 2 documents you got. Before we transition, there's 2 documents. There's the big one with all of our notes, and then there's this one. This one here. Okay. So if you turn to like the 3rd page, maybe 4th page, 5th page, something. Yeah. It's page number A11. Okay. So it's Annex 1. Okay. This is the detailed schedule. And yeah. So Puspa is going to talk now about water counting, what, why, and how. Okay? So change the presentation.
Okay, good morning again. And my name is Puspa, and I'm from Nepal. I have been here. And basically, I will be just trying to make you understand what actually is water accounting. And why you need to understand about this. So, I will not have any fancy diagrams now. Should put diagrams with some laptop. So, how many of you know about hydrological cycle? How many? Can you raise your hand? How many of you know what does a hydrological cycle mean? Okay, hydrological cycle. That means, first, somewhere water starts. First, there is a sun, and then by the heat of the sun, the water gets evaporated, falls in the form of rain, right? And then when the water falls, some goes in the river, some goes underground, and then some again evaporates back, right? And also the rivers that are the water that you have in the rivers, lakes, then again you use it for irrigation or groundwater, use for industry, again give it back to the system. But when you use water, you always take a good water from the nature. But when you release it, it's a polluted water, mostly. Because if you use it in agriculture, you use fertilizer, pesticides, and it's polluted. Same, the domestic we take bath, it goes into drainage. So these all things become into what we call water cycle or hydrological cycle. So, the very, in the Google Drive, Jeff I shared, there is also list of the literature, books, papers, something. There is one book written in what accounting. It's a very lengthy, no need to go get in detail, but it has some definitions, some diagrams included there. I think that is your manual on water accounting. That is there in the source book, so you don't have to worry about that one. And the English may be slightly hard, but no worries. These days you have again the Google, master of everything. Our best teacher now, right? Best professor is Google these days. It teaches everything. Right? I know about water, Google knows everything. So Google is the best teacher, so you can always make use of the Google. And if basically this definition of water accounting is a systematic study of the current status and the present water supply, demand, accessibility, and use in domains that have been specified. Try to learn from your own way. That's what I also do. Sometimes when things are new to you or things are difficult, do not try to memorize. Don't. Try to do it on your own way. So do not go strongly after this definition, because these definitions are prepared usually by a very big scientists, people, big researchers. So, but try to understand what actually this is. Basically, you all know water accounting. In fact, you all know it. What we are trying to do it is just put it in a order way. Right? For example, if you are in a room, if you are a very organized person, you will put your clothes here, your shoes there, very nicely properly. But sometimes in another room, your clothes are thrown there, your shoes are there, not in order. In water accounting is also actually, there are also clothes, everything is there. You are trying to put it in order. Okay? Am I clear? So you will know it later on that you know basically water accounting. By the way, you know the word accounting? In your, many of you work in your office, right? Or in university. There is a one position called accountant. You know, you have heard this word, English word, accountant? Who takes care of money, right? Who handles the money. These people are not accountant. Who keeps money, who spends money. You see how you also have accounting, right? So that means basically what accounting is not anything new. It's just to understand money is bit for you people. Money is simple because you receive your, suppose if you are working, you receive your salary in 1 month, right? And then you calculate, okay, this much is for food, this much buy rice, this much is food, this much children, this much for shopping, and now $50 remaining, whatever. That is how you make a budget. Quarterly accounting is almost same thing, but water. But here is the problem. What is the problem? In your everyday money budget, you know what is your salary. You know how much money you have in your salary. But in water, it's difficult. You don't know how much water you have. So you have to calculate, right? And then to expenditure also, your budget is very clear because you know how much you have to pay for your children's education, how much you have to pay for electricity, how much you have to pay for rent. But water is difficult. How much for irrigation? No? There are many types of irrigation for rice, irrigation for wheat. So, then difficult. So you need some ideas to calculate how much water you are using for irrigation, how much water you are using for water supply, how much water you are using for industry. It's not easy to calculate. So, by water accounting, you are trying to bring in all these things together and then make one table, which Jeff will show in that part of the training. There are many elements, how much water you have. Probably we will be giving one example for your own country. You know, then this, I have further one step aside to give another definition. That one was more academic. This one is more operational. It means, as I said you, in operational terms, what is water accounting? It's basically you are computing, calculating, right? The whole water cycle. How much water comes here as a precipitation? What is the total average annual precipitation of Myanmar? How much is? Yeah, what is 2000 millimeter? The precipitation, how many millimeters in 1 year average?
보이지?
Yes, average. Very average. I know it's maybe 1500 millimeter in some places, 1000 millimeter in some places. But coastal area may have a high, right? That is the water you get. And then, yes, I agree. It depends from place to place. Maybe the coastal belt may have a higher rainfall, right? And then this is somehow at the central zone. They may have the lower intensity of the rainfall. And I assume, what is your maximum which month you get the maximum rainfall? Which month? August? July, August. It's a monsoon rain, right? Monsoon. June, July, August, and September, basically, you get most of that. And then March, April, very dry. So, basically, the beauty of water accounting is it will also help you month-wise also, 15 days also. How much water I have now in 15 days, say from March to 15 to March 30 in this area, right? How much water is available, how much I can use. So this helps you to actually to manage your water. If you cannot measure, you cannot manage, you cannot monitor. So this is what water accounting. Now, why water accounting is needed? If you have enough money in your pocket, you don't care. Children ask, give it. Friend asks, give it. Go to shop, buy a house. If you have money, no problem. But if you don't have enough money in your pocket, then when your children comes, ask for money, you say, no, I give you only 5. Then wife asks some money, wait after 1 month. Then you want to buy clothes, you again come, not now. So, but as I said, if you have enough money, no worry, you will not make any budget. Just spend. So, if you don't have money, then you start counting, huh? Okay, I have this money. Same thing with water. Why you need to water accounting? Because you do not have enough water. Or, like in July, August, you have a lot of water coming, raining every day. And March, April, no water. And you may have enough water in Yangon, but in Naypyidaw, it's dry. So, why you need to do water? Now, how you can balance? How you can make use of water when you don't have it? Or how you best you can use water. That's why you have to do water. If you have enough water, every year, or perhaps you don't have to do water account. And every month, if you have water, like July, August, whole year, you have enough water, then you don't do water account. You have to do it because now you need to know. Because people are fighting for water. Right? Same case in your country also. Maybe you have a big industry takes water, it gives water back but polluted water. You cannot use polluted. So, now in 21st century, there is a very big scarcity of water. So, we need to manage water properly, and you have to now make accounting. And also, at least country like ours, we still get a good rainfall. We have a big river here, Airavati. How do you pronounce it? Airavati, how do you pronounce that? The big rivers. But not every country has that big river. So, water is getting scarce, getting less and less water. We need more water. Why? Because people are getting rich. Now you need swimming pool. People would take bath every day. So your water consumption is increasing, but your water availability is going down. And do not forget, everybody talks about climate change these days. TV, radio, people, teacher, everybody, people like you, we all talk about climate change. Climate change is also change water. We don't know. But what we know is we need more water because climate change is what? Temperature will go. Then we drink more water now and the temperature goes. We need more water. And we take bath. Then the crop will also drink more water. So there would be so many challenges. So now you have to manage your water properly. So water accounting is a new concept. But again, try to understand it. It's a new concept, but try to understand it one way. It's not a complex thing. It is just the way that it helps you to understand how much water you have, how much you can use it properly, or how much you cannot use it. So this is a table, like the same money. How much money you have, how much to use, when to use, what to use. So water accounting helps you to guide this process. So, am I clear?
Yeah, clear?
So I am a good teacher.
Yes, the best teacher, the best.
Okay, good, thank you. So, is there anything that you would like to leave? So then, so I guess you are from different parts of the Myanmar, right? Some are from Naypyidaw, some are from Hengu. You come from different places, right? You know, one thing is, why do we want to do something? Again, going back. If it is helpful, we do it. If it is not helpful, we don't do it. Right? So, where, water accounting is helpful is something like this. First thing is, after you make all your calculation, you can see, yes, I can save water. One thing. These tables, Jeff will show in the next round of trainings. Next training will show you some tables towards the end of the training. You will understand actually. And then in the table you will see, yes, in my basin, I can say in the month of March, April, I still can save my water or not. It will help you give that, analysis. And the second thing is, if you have a saving, water saving, then it will tell you when is the water saving. So, for example, if the water saving is in the month of July or August, what do you do with that? If you see your water saving is in the month of March, oh yes, then what I need? But if your water saving in July, but still you can think one thing, I have lot of saving now in month of July. If I have a proper area, I can do this small dam, right? Or I can water on the ground, charge, and use it and pump it in March. Because groundwater is also a reservoir. It's better than sometimes the reservoir. So it will help you to, the main thing, water accounting will do, it will help you to assess your water and then keep a proper idea on if I can use it or not, where I can save water or not, where I can best utilize the water, can I put some more dams, can I use water to draw water, recharge, or can I, withdraw water, or how much water I have to release for the recreation. Because water is also now part of the recreation, right? Children would like to go in a park, the funds and others, So this all different uses, you can basically plan these things to water account. At the end of the day, you understand. I think there is one. We always say about water accounting, but there is also equally one important word called water balance. You understand what is a balance? Balance means remaining. After you use, how much is left. So, how we do the water accounting is basically first. There are many ways. I would suggest, even Jeff would explain also is first try to just do it in a simple Excel sheet. That will help you to understand the concept and put it in a tabular form. That's simple. You suppose, for example, from this area, I know how much precipitation is coming, how much agricultural land used in agriculture, and just make a simple table. That is water balance. But we are also, and then after you understand some of the basic things, the next step you can do is also use hydrological modeling. I think some of you are used to hydrological modeling, right? Many of you have used any hydrological modeling? Anybody? You? What model you have used? Okay. So, yes, there are many. HEC-RAS. Have you heard of this word? Yes. Why would you guys do this? You should have this. Yes, you have HEC-RAS, you have Mike 11, that's like there is application. There are so many models. Also, this soil water, there are also various soil water models. Swamp, yes. Yeah. There are many models. So you can also apply those models, basically. And then the model result will again give you the balance and put it in your table. That will be more accurate. But also these models, we have to be careful. If you do not keep data properly, then the models are like a black box. You get wrong result. You have to be careful. But anyway, so you have also hydrological models. And then there is also a new field. It's not a really very new field, but remote sensing and GIS. These days, many of these models, many of these programs are integrated with remote sensing. Because what we see in the world is basically energy, isn't it? How we started? We started as in the form of energy, right? So, the energy is the principle of everything in the world. So the remote sensing applies the principles of energy, mass balance or whatever. And then remote sensing is also trying to give answer to many questions. So you can also use some of the remote sensing methods. And there is for water accounting also, as I said, I already explained you two things. One, just using your Excel sheet and calculator, you can do water balance. One. Second, you can use more advanced modeling. And the third is you use the of course, remote sensing will use some of the modules as appropriate. But remote sensing gives you the data set, right? Because there are so many satellites these days. From satellite you get all data from satellite, rainfall, temperature, precipitation, whatever, and then also crop, everything. And then it automatically computes how much water is there, and that's why there is one now separate methodology for water accounting. It's called WA plus. WA and plus. It's basically same thing, but using the remote sensing method. Because the water accounting, but with the remote sensing method. So basically, there are three ways you can do it. One is just Excel sheet, one is line modeling, and the last is basically the remote sensing. So, but you need not to master everything. Define it. If you have a very good knowledge in remote sensing and GIS, you want to just go to WA plus. Probably in future there will be some trainings, I hope. You will just focus on that part because it depends on your need and also on your interest. But if you are a policy maker and tomorrow working as a director general, you don't need to make it all detailed calculation. There are people who will do it. No? You try to understand the concept. So it depends also on your interest, but at least you have to understand the basic of this one. Then basically, whatever method you use, you at the end just come up with one table. You will see that captures everything. It may take you to do analysis 4 months, but your result will be just one table. This is how it will be done. Okay, so mine is just to give you short overview of actually what is water accounting. There are some definitions, but try to understand your own way. No need to memorize, some people like this, water accounting, the process of this and that. But don't just try to understand the concept and then try to understand and then there are some, standard terminology used, like water accounting, water auditing, water balance. Try to understand, and also probably there are some terminology like water footprint, right? Integrated water resource management. These words, try to understand what they mean on your own way. They are useful, but no need to memorize the things. So actually basically the whole next 3-4 days, what you will be doing is basically we actually trying to do the things that I said to you, like how you do water accounting. I said you can do it in Excel sheet, but you need data. How you collect the data? These will be explained in the coming sessions actually. Once you have data, how you analyze data, how you put the data. These are I just said you the summary. The rest would come into the next sessions. We will be moving in the same. Sometimes we will be moving, but we have to be very careful. We have to move forward. Sometimes what happens? You think you are moving, but you are moving in a circle. You got it? It's very dangerous. If you move in a circle, then you arrive at the same place after some time. So we don't want to move in a circle. We want to move forward. Okay. So if there are anything, as I said, that mine was between introductory type, and then the following sessions we will go to word by word or don't like now. But still, if you have anything that you want to ask me, let us discuss. Does it make sense to you? This quarter accounting is really something helpful. So, any questions on this? The brief introduction. I said actually what accounting, why we need to do water accounting, and how we do water accounting. Any questions in that? And one thing is this one. In the following sessions, if you do not ask questions, then we will ask difficult questions to you. So the choice is yours. Okay? This one was introductory, fine. Okay, I was just trying to explain you why the things came. Water is now very complex. In the past, no problem. Few people, no problem. Now many people, big problem. So we have to do water. Very good, right? So these are simple things to understand, but in the next session it will be slightly getting bit interesting and also sometimes a bit difficult also. But ask us difficult questions. Otherwise you will face questions from us. So anything? Otherwise, I think I don't know. Is it time for good?
Unfortunately,
No.
somehow, I think it's my fault for the Kahoot because we spent lots of time on that, but we're a little bit behind now. So we're like about 20 minutes behind schedule, but I think we need to take a little break from us talking and do a little activity. Yeah. So, and then, but maybe like a 10-minute activity, okay? So this is you guys thinking about what Dr. Puspa just shared, okay? So we're gonna do like a 10-minute activity, and then before lunch, I'm not going to promise, it might be like 12:35. Is that okay? We're like 5 minutes after, we'll have enough time to eat still, okay? So the activity is this. Puspa shared about this idea of a bank account and how maybe it's similar to what we're doing with water, right? So I want all of you to choose in your mind, yeah, just an area of land somewhere. It could be all of Myanmar. It could be the Malay Subbasin. It could be this hotel land, right? It could be one field. Maybe you own a rice field in the country. Right? It could be a city. Just choose one area in your mind, okay? Do you have something chosen? Yeah? Do you have something in your mind? It can be big, small, it doesn't matter. Just choose one, okay? Now, what I want you to do is make a picture. Just, you can use your notes or something. Just, I want you to draw that land, just like a diagram. Not like a real pretty drawing, just a diagram. And then I want you to think about if this was a bank account, right? How is the water coming into this land? And how is the water going out of it? Right? But there's three things that happen with a bank account, right? When we think of a bank account, there's the in and the out, and what's the third thing we haven't talked about? So within your bank, what can happen? Your balance can go up or down, right? So I want you to think about this land that you've chosen. And I want you just to brainstorm, just write down, how does water come into this land? How does water go out of it? And how does water change inside, right? Okay, so maybe you chose some mountains, maybe you chose the valley, maybe all of Myanmar. It doesn't matter. But just make this diagram here. Exactly. So we have in, we have out, and we have, for this, I want to use a new symbol, a delta. Start with a delta. Yeah. Okay, so this is delta. It stands for change. Yeah? So there's some delta S. S stands for storage. Okay? So it's a simple example. Just 10 minutes. Just draw. I want you to draw something on your paper and just label. How does water come in? How does it go out? How does it change? Just think about those things. Okay? So this is on your own activity. Just you can work with your neighbor if you want. It's okay. Just start thinking. How does this apply? Okay. If you have a question, just raise your hand. We can come around and help.
အားလုံးရှင်းတယ်နော်အားလုံးနည်းနည်းလေးတော့ခဏလေးချက်ကြည့်ပြလိုက်ကိုဒေတာကိုပိုင်တဲ့ကိုပြည်ရဲ့ဖြစ်စေတဲ့ဖြစ်စေဒီအခုဒီဘက်တစ်ဘက်ဖြစ်စေဒါမှမဟုတ်ဒီစိတ်ကတိကတာဖြစ်နေဖြစ်မယ်ဒီစီဒီလိုက်အဲ့ဒါကိုရဲ့အဲဒီလိုပေါ်တာဒါမှမဟုတ်ဘုရားစုလို့ဆိုရင်ဝေထရပြီးတော့ထုတ်သုံးမရဘူးအဲ့တော့ဝေစားကိုမှရေပေါ့ဒီဘယ်ကနေလာတယ်ဘယ်လိုပြန်ထွက်သွားလဲဒီဒေတာဒါမှမဟုတ်အဲ့ဒီဒေတာအထဲမှာရှိတဲ့ဒီကဘယ်လိုတန်တရားလေးတော့ဥစ္စာကိုအပြောင်းလဲဥစ္စာကိုတော့ဒီဒေတာပေါ့အဲ့ဒါကိုလည်းဘရိဒေတာကိုတင်တာမားနေတာတော့သိနေတာနော်အဲ့တော့အပြောင်းလဲဒေတာ S ဟုတ်ပြီနော်သူ့ source နေနေဒီအထဲမှာဒီဘယ်လိုတန်တရားလေးအဲ့ဒီကိုပုံလေးဆွဲကြည့်ရဒီလိုပုံလေးလေးရတယ်ကိုဒီကဒီလေပေါ်လေးပြည့်စီပေါ့နော်ရလားမရလို့ရှိတာနော်ရပါနော်အားလုံးနားလိုက်နော်
နားလေကြတော့ဒီပမာဏကတော့ဘယ်လိုပေါ့
ခင်ဗျာ
ဘယ်လိုလဲဒီပမာဏတွေတော့
ဟုတ်ခင်ဗျာဟိုကဒီရေဘလုံးဝင်ဥပသဘောတည်စရာလွယ်လွယ်လေးပါအခုဒီကနေပြီးတော့ဒီထားတော့ပါမလိုက်ကောင်းလားမလိုက်ကောင်းရှိတယ်အဝင်ပေါ့သုံးတာကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမှာဘလုံးသုံးရတယ်ပေါ့ပြီးတော့အထွက်ကြရတယ်ဟိုပြောင်းလဲပြအောင်ပါအဲ့ထဲမှာရေတတ်ရဘလို့လဲအဲ့ဥစ္စာကြီးကိုဒေတာကိုပုံပြီးတော့အချောင်း၃ချောင်းရှိတာအောင်း၅ချောင်းရှိတာဒါကို AR ကြီးကြည့်လို့ဟိုကြည့်ကြပြီးတော့သုံးလို့ရတယ်သုံးလို့ပြရတယ်
ကြောက်
ရတယ်လို့ပြောပြီနော်ဟိုတော့တူလေးရဘူးလေးရပါဘူးချိန်လေးလဲဒီစက်ကတိုင်နေရတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဟိုပုံလေးထုတ်သွားလို့ပေါ့ကြောက်တယ်ပုံလေး
ဒါတော့ဟိုဒီကိုရွေးတဲ့ပုံမှာဒီပါတယ်ဗျကိုကဘယ်စကေးရွေးတာလေနေရွေးတာလားစိန်ကိုရွေးရတာနောက်ဆက်ဘီဇင်ရွေးရတာဒါပေါ်နေပြီးတော့ကျေကဘလိုဝင်လာတယ်ဟိုဘလိုခက်တော့တယ်ဆိုတာကိုယ့်ရဲ့ပုံပေါ်ပြီးတော့ဥမာကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမြေဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဆရာနေချင်းဝင်လာမယ်စပါးဘာလဲစပါးတင်တာမြင့်တင်တာပုံနဲ့ဒါမှမဟုတ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရေနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနဲ့ထိပြီးတော့မြင့်တင်မယ်ပြီးတော့မှကျွန်တော်တို့တစ်ခါကကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီလိုရတဲ့အချိန်မှာတော့ဒီမှာလည်းထုတ်လိုက်ပါတော့ဒီလိုလိုနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီသတ်မှတ်ထားတဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီကိုယ့်ရဲ့စိတ်ကူးနေထားတဲ့ဒီနေရာမှာပုံပေါ်တဲ့
This is simple. No, Mamuya.
ဟုတ်ကဲ့အဲ့လိုဖြစ်နေတယ်ကျန်တဲ့ပေါ်ရရ
So when you take water from the rock, you go outside to your basement, you use the water on land, you do it. Right inside the water, you jack water, the water. 10%. Let's say this page is the water. If I keep going down, put it on land here. And then that water comes back home. Does it go outside of the watershed or does it stay inside? Okay, does all of it stay inside? Is it all of it back?
Okay?
Okay.
Now, I think most of you are getting close to being done. And this is where, with these activities, I wish we had more space on the desk. And what I wanted to do was use this Google Doc. Yeah? If you have your computer, you can put this in. But we have a list that we can share together, we can watch. And the way it would work is you would type in your answers for inflows and outflows and changing storage, and then we can all see them together and discuss, okay? Maybe we try this. This is like an experiment, okay? If you have your computer, you go to this link here. Maybe even on your phone you can do it. It can work. So maybe we just do an experiment here. This is also in your notes. Remember, this link is in your notes. It's in the slide notes, right? It's on maybe the 4th or 5th sheet. Okay. This will be sort of small to read, but I think we have a few people on this link already. You can see the people that log in are here. And what I want to do again is remember we have the deposits and the withdrawals and the change in storage. And if you have this open, you can start typing what you wrote down on your sheet. Just write it in here. So how does water come into your account, right? Into your land. How does it come out? And how does it change in storage, okay? I don't know if this will work. We might skip this. This is a bit...
activity ဟိုဖြစ်သွားရင်ပြုတ်သွားတယ်ပြောအဲ့တော့ဂျားတော့ကဒီခုဟိုဟာလေးနေမှရတယ်ဒီကြောင်ဝင်ရတာအားဖြစ်
So if you have this open, you can also start typing. We can all type at the same time. It's like a list that we're sharing, right? So, does anybody have any ideas for changes in storage, right?
ဒီကတော့ဒီအထက်မှာဒီလိုမျိုး ယောက်ထားတယ်ဟောတယ် presentation ဖြစ်ပါတယ် participation ဆိုဟောရှိတယ်တော့ပါတယ်ပါတော့ presentation presentation PRE no
Someone's helping me with the title here.
yeah
Presentation.
yes
So everybody can contribute. You put your answer down here. You have this open, you can type in your answer. Right? It takes some time.
အဲ့ဒါလည်းချို့တယ်ကြောင်လို့ရတယ်ဘုံရတာ
So we can think of this as like an interactive whiteboard, right? You guys are all writing on the board with your answers. So please put your answers in. If you need the link, remember it's in your paper here. Was this one? Yes, it's good.
ဒီတွေ့လာကြတယ်တွေ့ကြတယ်တတိယစာမျက်နှာပါတွေ့ဟုတ်
Right. Help with the zero.
I think it's 0.
0 0ဩဟုတ်တယ်တဲ့
Yeah.
ဟုတ်တယ်ဟိုအလေကဒုတိယနောက်ဆုံးလုံးက0
We'll talk about this.
ဟော
We'll answer this. I'm going to skip it now. It's a good question. What?
Is it not working? Yeah, okay, great. Okay, good. I think they were asking either a link or something like it's either a O or a 0, yeah. Zero. It's 0. No, it's 30. Oh, you want can you copy that? Copy the whole thing. So we're gonna copy this whole thing like this. You get just a regular old phone so not this one. You have the internet. Sorry, you have Chrome. Here we need that number of that. But I think so we can copy
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, first time is hard. First time is hard. Yeah. Good. Okay. Good presentation. Let's go. Go. Why? Oh, I see. Cross. Like this. We need right here. We need colon. So there's 2 dots. Yeah, and one more slash. Okay, this is working. No. One more letter. We are happy. Yes. It's good. It's good? Okay. Yeah. So that it has to be clear, and then you can't place it here. It has to be here. But this is exterior. So, this one. Quick draw.
Okay, this is like the first Kahoot. It takes some time, right, to get used to it, but we'll get better. We have a nice list of deposits or inflows and withdrawals or outflows and changes in storage, delta S, okay? So I hope everyone maybe put something on the list or at least has the list now, okay? Okay. So we're going to take like a quick pause. I don't know. I forget the word. PP. Or what was stop? What was it? Is stop? Stop. So tuame is go.
Yes.
And
Nah.
name. Okay, so name. Tame-san. Hisse minutes, 10 minutes, then Tame-san. Okay, 10 minutes. But now we say something. Name. Okay, so name. Yeah. So stop. So no more typing for just a second, okay? Okay. So this document, it'll be shared with you. You have the information, so don't worry about writing this down. It's okay. Now we'll just talk about it. Yeah? Okay. So these are your ideas, right, of how do we take this idea of a bank account and apply it to water accounting? That's what we're talking about here, right? So deposits are inflows, withdrawals are outflows, and changes in the story. Now, can I go through this list and say, yes, this is correct. No, this is wrong. Yes, this is correct. No, this is wrong. Can I do that?
Yes.
Yeah? It's a trick question. Yeah? You know, I really can't. You know why? Because remember, you all took a different piece of land in your mind, right? So if I took Myanmar as my, I'm going to say domain, okay? Say domain, maybe a new word. We'll talk about what domain means, but for now, let's just think of it as like an area of land, right? Now, if I took, let's say, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's say, for my mind, I took the Ayeyarwady River Basin, right? Okay, so the whole watershed from Phie all the way up to the mountains. Yeah, that's my area. So my question for you is do streams flow into that watershed? If I think of the whole Ayeyarwady Basin, are streams an inflow to the Ayeyarwady Basin? Is that how water gets into the basin? Yes or no?
Yes.
I take the whole basin. So you're saying there's a stream that flows from outside the Ayeyarwady Basin to inside the Ayeyarwady Basin. Is that true?
Yes.
The definition of a watershed is that streams do not flow in and out. It's all of them. Yeah? So if I look at the whole Ayeyarwady River Basin, are streams an inflow to that basin? No. You see? But if I choose just maybe the Palais Basin, then maybe Palais is not a good example. Maybe I choose the lower Chingwin. Yeah? Now the lower Chingwin has the upper Chingwin stream flows into it. So now are streams an inflow?
Yes.
Yes. But if I choose the entire Chingwin, are streams an inflow? No. So this is very important. The answer to these questions, yeah, changes depending on your domain. Okay? So now I'm thinking about the whole Ayeyarwady again, right? So if water doesn't come in by a stream, where does it come from? Where does the water come from? Are there little creatures underground making the water? So what do we call snowfall and rainfall? What do we call the combination? What do we call it? So rainfall and snowfall, we have one word for it. Yeah, I heard someone say it. What is it? Yeah, it's this one. Oops, sorry. It's precipitation, right? Yeah. So what does precipitation mean? It's any time that water comes from the sky, right? It could be rain. It could be what? Snow. What else? There's other ones. Hail. Sleet. Yeah, hail, right? Yeah. So those are all forms of precipitation. Yeah. And for my Ayeyarwady Basin, that's the only way that water comes in, right? Now, if you're a hydrogeologist, maybe there's a little bit of cross-basin groundwater flow, probably very small. Yeah. So, what if? Let's just do a couple more examples now. What if I think of a dam? Let's use a dam as an example. So I'm just interested in my lake now. So how does water come into my lake? Yeah? So it can come in the stream. Yeah? Rainfall. There's one we're missing, maybe. Yeah, how else could it come in? Yeah, it could be subsurface, right? Okay, could be groundwater, right? And how does water go out from my lake? Yeah, there's a river below the reservoir, yeah? And maybe some water is evaporated, yeah? And what else? We're missing this one again. Subsurface, yeah? We always forget the groundwater because it's too complicated. But no, we don't forget the groundwater, right? And then how does water change in storage? Right? The reservoir is simple, right? How does it change in storage? So not how you calculate it. I don't want that. Just physically, how does it change in storage? The water level in the lake, it goes up or goes down. Yeah. So it's just very simple. Not how you measure anything. If the change in storage is increasing, the water level what? The water level maybe goes up. Yeah. If the change in storage is decreasing or negative, water level goes down, right? Okay. So now we can talk about how to calculate that and all that. We'll get into that. But just conceptually, those are the things, okay? I don't know why this protector does this, but it splits my screen. So, yeah, I think it's about lunchtime. Let me just try this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think we've talked about deposits. We've talked about withdrawals a little bit, or outflows. Can we use an example of this one here, pumped out? I'm not sure. What's the best example? So like a spring here, a spring could be an inflow or an outflow, right? Depends on what your domain is. If your domain is the groundwater system, then a spring is an outflow, yeah? But if your domain is the land on the surface, then a spring might be an inflow, right? So see, again, it depends on your questions in your domain, right? How about transpiration? Inflow or outflow, what is that? Yeah, in this course, we're not going to do any domains in the atmosphere. Yeah? I'm not an atmospheric scientist. We're not going to do the air. We're doing the land. Transpiration is always an outflow. Okay? Yep. Maybe if you're an atmospheric scientist, it's an inflow. We're not doing that. Okay? And then the one I want to look at here is pumped out. So I think maybe what we meant, who put pumped out, or what were you thinking when you put pumped out? Does anybody want to share? Yes, sir. Okay, good. It's a great answer. Thank you. What were you thinking in terms of like pumping from the river? Maybe. Okay, so pumping from groundwater. Okay, good. Okay, so again, let's think the domain. My domain is the groundwater system. So pumping is an inflow or outflow? Outflow. It's outflow, yeah? Okay, now I'm so that's when I'm a hydrogeologist, yeah? Now I'm an irrigation engineer. Pumping is an inflow or outflow? Because I'm looking at the field now. Yeah, so now it's an inflow. So again, it depends on what hat you're wearing, right? Are you a hydrogeologist or are you an irrigation engineer, right? So this all depends on your perspective, how you answer. But I'm really encouraged that I think this is making sense. We'll finish with a quick discussion of changes in storage. Okay, I think there was some maybe confusion about what this is. How does water change in storage inside of a domain? So let's take the whole AOI. Yeah, again? So we take the whole AOI. How does the amount of water stored in that domain change, including the groundwater basin? So how does the water change? Let's say month to month. What if we have some reservoirs in there? Yeah, the reservoirs could fill up, or they could go down. That's one, right? So what else? How else could it change? There's a few big ones we haven't talked about. So we have reservoirs. What about up in the very highest parts of the watershed, the mountains? We have what? What do we have in the mountains? Even higher than the springs. We have that white stuff. We have snow, right? So we have maybe glaciers even, yeah? And if glaciers accumulate water, then the change in storage is positive, right? If they melt, right? So glaciers can change, snow can melt. That's a change in storage, right? I don't think I see that up there. So I don't see snow melt. Or again, now snow melt is only a change in storage if we look at the whole AOI. If we look at, say, below where the snow is, it might be an inflow, right? The snow melt would cause an inflow. Yeah, okay, good. So again, it depends again on this question. So, but yeah, we should have snow here. We should have snow melt and glaciers. There's two more really big ones, and then we'll stop for lunch. And again, if we think of the whole Ayeyarwady, including the groundwater, how could the change in storage occur in that building inside? So we could have groundwater levels changing, right? So actually the storage in the groundwater system is changing. And that's a change in storage, okay? We need to have, I think we have it, groundwater recharge, so that kind of counts. It could also be groundwater discharge, right? In fact, what we really want is we want a change in groundwater levels. And that would equal a change in storage, right? And the last one's really important for crops. When we irrigate the soil, where does the water go initially? When we put water on soil, where does it go? Why do we irrigate? Why do we irrigate? Okay, okay.
Of growing plants.
Yeah, okay, so like, okay, so here's the rice, yeah? And here's the soil, yeah? So what's this down here?
Roots.
Yeah, okay. Now, the roots need water, yeah? So do we irrigate to put water down into the groundwater? Or do we irrigate to put water where the roots are?
Where?
Yeah, we want the water to be in the root zone, right? Now, when we irrigate, we're changing the storage in soil moisture, right? Yeah? And then when the plants use that water, right, and transpire the water, the soil moisture is changing. So those are the four big things, right? We have groundwater, we have soil moisture, we have reservoir storage, and we have snow and ice. Okay? So let's take a break and have some lunch. We start right back at 1:30 to put some more details to this. But good job. Good job. These are all great answers. So thank you for your participation. Okay.
Chúng ta muốn nói thêm mà để các thằng làm chúng ta bị thay đổi thay đổi được gì à? Ở nhà mà chúng ta làm gì à? Những cái gì đấy, aku chỉ mà đấy à, một số người mấy gì à? Chẳng nên là sao vậy? Cái này chúng ta phải lưu ý cho nó dan setelah itu di juga ada kemudian di sini juga di mana apa mungkin cukup bisa bawa jenis itu juga dia tahu sih kan
Karena itu
saya tahu dia juga tahu
So there's some